Hotline League is brought to you by Omen by HP.
Oh, we have the guy.
Hey, Formentum, how are you doing? Where are you calling from?
Calling from Shaw Air Force Base.
Shaw Air
in
Force Base. Where's
South
that?
Carolina.
South Carolina. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
I just moved here in January.
Oh, nice. Nice. What do you want to talk about?
I just want to talk about how I
Are
think
somebody
Riot...
drilling in the background, by the way?
I think that's a door.
Sorry, that was probably my chair. If my mic's picking up everything, just...
No, it's all good. It's just very funny. It sounded like there's like construction behind you.
It wasn't that bad.
So this is an Air Force base, so every now and then you might hear a plane fly over.
Yeah.
It's usually not that loud.
Okay.
What do you expect, Travis?
What do you want to talk about
on an Air Force base?
What do you want to talk about, Formentum?
Okay, so I was just gonna say that I think Riot's banning system in like solo queue and stuff like that is a little too harsh, like for players who are very competitive and whatnot. And the only reason why I'm saying that is like, I understand that people deserve to get banned if they say anything as far as like racist or homophobic or, you know, just really put it like threatening players and, you know, like I'm gonna come to your house and kill you, that kind of stuff. I think that's way out of line. That's ridiculous. And I know that has been dealt with like the law before and whatnot. But I think that like just the fact that players can criticize other players in like meaningful ways, and you know, players who don't take criticism well will just report them. You know, they don't want to take the criticism or anything like that. And you have a mute button on the game, but after enough reports, you know, Riot's gonna ban you for 2 weeks. And say, you know, you're just playing the game, you just want to put in your input often when you're coming in, like, hey, this isn't like happening, or like I don't think that this is gonna work, or like, you know, even if you tell a player that they're doing bad, you hear people like Double F say stuff like that like often, like this player is just bad and for this reason. And I think that that's kind of like I think that the fact that they ban people and people can even get permanently banned after a while is just kind of ridiculous. Like I understand banning them for like a month, like, hey, chill out with your stuff, you know, like, okay, maybe they come back, they're a little bit more better, but I just think that the whole like banning system is a little overdoing it, like for people who are too sensitive.
Been banned?
Yeah.
I've been banned, before.
Have you been permanently banned?
No.
Okay.
I have had friends who are permanently banned, and when you get permanently banned, so they showed me you can log into your account and look at like your chat logs and stuff like that. So I looked at their chat logs and I looked at them talk to Riot support about it, because Riot will talk to you on their webpage or whatnot, and it'll literally say that like they literally said, hey, I didn't say anything racist, I didn't say anything homophobic, nothing like that. Why am I getting banned? And they were like, well, we've reportedly told you like not to put down other people's play. And I get that. Like I know that this isn't anything like traditional sports, but I think when you're criticizing people and they have a mute button, and say people put so much time and effort and devotion in this game, like what's the point of permanently banning somebody who hasn't really done anything that bad?
I'll agree on the point that I think you probably shouldn't get permanently banned for it. I think you should get permanently chat restricted. I think that that's a good thing, but I think it's actually pretty hard to get banned for toxicity, because I'm mean in solo queue. I use solo queue as my like anger vent, to be honest, and I've used it that way since I was a teenager, and I don't get banned, and I'm pretty bad, which is why like I got banned a long time ago because I was like way worse than I was, and looking at the difference, like I can understand why I got banned, but in the past I viewed it the exact same way. Like I don't get why I got banned. Just guys got to get over it. But I think it's pretty hard to get banned unless you say some messed up stuff. Because in games, like I tell people they are shit. Like I'll just say like you're so bad, and I'll MIA ping. Like it's solo queue. Everyone does that stuff. All the pro players do it too. But I feel like it's pretty hard to actually get banned, man.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Is like if your take is like, man, I try and give this constructive criticism and I got banned for bullshit. Because when I used to play a lot, which I don't do that much anymore, but like I'm a very argumentative person, and so like I would sometimes do the Nick approach and just call someone shit, but usually like, you know, we'd be like, dude, you're so fucking dumb, like I can't believe you did this, da da da, and like just argue like crazy. and I never even got chat restricted or warned or banned. Like nothing has ever happened to me. So like, you are not just criticizing players if you're getting banned, dude.
For sure, what's happening is you're hitting like trigger words. Like there are words that are gonna get you flagged for it, and it's just like you can't say those things.
Yeah, if you say like the R word, the dreaded R word, like yeah,
you can't say certain stuff because it's just like, all right, bro, that's too far. But if you're definitely just telling people they're bad, fine.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying, like, okay, so in season 3, I've played since season 3, and I've never gotten banned. Like, it felt like they never really banned people as much back then or anything like that, and I had never gotten banned. This season, I got my first ban for 2 weeks, and just looking at the chat logs, sometimes I'll get irritated. Sometimes I'll just tell players that, like, dude, you are doing so bad right now. Like, can you please just sit turret or something? Let us farm. You know what I mean? Like, let us just work.
Is that the way you're saying it?
No, I promise you. I can actually of course we don't have time right now, but I could actually pull the chat log from my profile and put it on here. Like there's no way. I've even showed my friends. I've posted to Snapchat. I could honestly post it to Twitter or DM it, but either way, it's like I've been banned for 2 weeks for just saying stuff like that. I've never said anything racist or anything about hurting anybody or anything like that. It has never been stuff like really
but
toxic or anything like that.
I don't think that it, like, 100% agree with you that if you say racist stuff or you threaten violence or anything like that, you should get banned. I don't think that that's where the cutoff should be. Like, there are areas below that. If you are just going into games, because I think that system is designed to help create like a good experience for players in League, and if you are being aggressive and argument, like, look, everyone's going to have a bad game every now and then, right? Like, that happens in LCS all the time. If you, every time somebody's having a bad game, decide to get aggressive and angry with them, that's probably not going to create, like, a good experience. That's also not going to usually help increase the chances of success in the game. You're kind of having making everyone else have, like, a bad experience. You're making a bad situation worse, right? Like, I have a question for you. Do you feel like if you say to somebody, like, hey, you're really shitting the bed here, or whatever, do you think that is going to make them play better?
Well, for his sake, like, frustration happens, and you just
no. But I'm curious about this. What, like, do you think that it's going to make them play better when you say that?
I think it really has to do with, like, are you this A personality type of person who's like, I don't want to hear this kind of thing, or are you this more passive person who's like actually down to hear it? Because like I've played as basically like a captain of my soccer team, and when players I feel like are just too cocky, I'll tell them, I'll be like, hey, dude, you are being too cocky, you are really doing bad right now and whatnot. But like for people who like,
do you think you say it the same way in League as you say it in person?
Yes, I literally type as fast as I talk, so it's like
no,
it's
I
like
just
I'm
mean like
thinking as I'm talking.
Do you think the tone and everything is the same? Because I imagine if you are playing with a friend or a colleague or something like that, you're playing soccer, you have a conversation with them, you're like, hey, you're being really cocky, you're just being a dick out there, you need to calm down. That is probably very different than when they're just seeing tech, like they're already frustrated because they're losing their lane, and then they start seeing text pop up that's like, you're shitting the bed right now, you suck, or whatever.
So when I play a lot of Overwatch, and they have a like online chat, and when I'm playing with like friends and just people I don't know, randoms and whatnot, I still do the same thing. I still tell them all the same thing. I'll still tell my friends straight up. There's no like me. I don't have like this passive like nice level where I'm like timid to say something. I'll tell them straight up like dude, can you stop doing this? Like, you're not doing good. You're attacking too much. You're getting punished for it by pushing too far. Like, and I'll tell people that like literally in chat. And
are you're like, saying you're talking to your friends when you're saying this?
Friends or just people on the team.
Okay.
Like, yeah, and look, I'm just saying I'm fully willing to defend this, and I would be dead honest. Like, if a Riot person wanted to argue with me on this right now and pull up my chat logs, like, I would be dead honest. I have not said like super toxic things. It's just been people that I clearly can tell they're reporting me just for kind of criticizing them on their work and telling them they're bad at times. Like, of course I've been like, yo, like, there's been times where I've definitely said, hey, dude, you are playing like complete shit. Like, it is like very irritating, and I just, you know, that's what I say. So it's not like I've ever gone past that line. And if you
Why
think
why do you say it?
why do I say it?
Yeah.
You know, if you ever get irritated, like I don't know how often you play solo queue, but whenever you get like irritated with like people who are just like clearly not doing good and they keep dying, and you want to talk sense into them at first, and you're like, hey, like please, can you just stop doing this? Can you please sit turret, let us carry? And then they're not doing it, and you're like, dude, come on, you're playing like shit, like please chill out. Like, and I get it, that might be like a minimum cutoff if you're doing that every single game. Like I understand if they're like, okay, this guy needs a 2-week ban, maybe maybe even a month ban. Like he just will not chill out. He needs the cooldown. You know, what I mean, I understand that, but I just feel like I don't feel like I even type that much. So it's like for me, the times that I do start typing, when I'm irritated, or even when I'm just like, okay, guys, I think this is a really good idea. Like let's go Baron now or something like that. Like that's the only times I type. So
My guess is that you are not like you are doing this more because you're frustrated and so like a way for you to vent your frustration than because it's actually going to wield real results in the game. And
Travis,
go ahead and arrow.
it feels good. It feels good to tell someone their shit.
But
Catharsis.
at
Let's
what
just-
cost?
let's be honest,
Right?
it
Okay, so
feels-
that might be true.
When someone's doing bad, I feel so good just saying, man, you're awful. Everyone does. It's just normal. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
dude,
like
it's not
it's
like-
a little, it's an ego stroke, but it's not good. Like
It's
it's
not gonna make
definitely
you win.
bad, but that's why people do it. People do it because it's a little. It feels good to just get it off your chest because in real life, most
No, that's
people
what
are not
I
gonna
said.
say.
Venting.
Everyone will have that
venting.
thing in their head, like, yeah, I'm gonna tell this guy I think he's shit in real life. I'll tell him.
Yeah.
And then in real life, no one's gonna do it. But in game, you're just like, yeah, fire this guy. He's awful.
Yes.
Yeah,
But
think about like road
It's
rage.
just,
Like
it just feels good, man. Like,
No,
that's
I
why
get. Well, road rage is but like, do you think road rage should exist? Like,
Yeah, I don't give
people
a
get
fuck.
in trouble for
I
road,
road rage. I tell
yeah, dude,
everyone I'm
I
drunk
yell
about
at every
that.
car in front of me.
Okay,
bro.
well, road. I think
If
we're
I
talking
pull
about
up next
different
to a
things when
car
we're
with
talking
my
about road
window
rage.
down-
Road rage generally is like cutting people off and literally. That's my
I
understanding
think
of
you
the
have a
term.
pretty different. Like road rage to me is when anyone just like is fucking yelling at the car in front of them
Yes.
for pretty minor reasons.
Have you ever been in like parked nearby, or sitting somewhere, and somebody just lays on the horn because they're slow
Me.
to like move or something like that? Not like
See,
a beat, but
the
like a lay on a
people
horn.
who-
Is that a good experience for the other people that are
the people
around
who
you?
honk the
No.
horn like that are the people that run it down mid in solo queue. They're the people that take it too far. It's like literally just sit in your car and tell someone they're an idiot,
That's
and then
very
move on
true.
with it. Who cares? But if
Well,
you start
so-
running it down mid, honking the horn, it's like, okay, I really hope someone runs into you instead,
No,
right?
so-
like, it's
so,
very
like-
different reactions.
Well, here's what happens. Someone gets in gridlock. They shouldn't try and go. They try and take a left, and they can't, and they block driving. I lay on my horn.
Okay, well, I think we're moving from the point.
Yeah, but my
Either
point
that
is,
or my
if
opinion
there
of
was,
Mark is going down.
here's what I
But-
would say. Here's what I'd say, Travis. Let me just say this. If there was a ban system for laying on your horn too much, I would fucking stop.
All right, well, that's a bad sign.
Yeah.
Look, I know where I know where Travis is coming from, and I understand like what you're saying, and I understand the point you're trying to get in my head. But I'm just saying, like, for all active players who really understand what I'm saying, like, people who are extra sensitive will report you after games for you just being like upset. You know what I mean? And you won't be saying something that's like super bad or anything like that. But like I said, this was my first time getting a 2-week ban. Okay, and that's what like brought this subject so sensitive to me, was because like I was just irritated with it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
and I've been playing since season 3, and you know I saw that my friend tried to talk to a writer about his. He showed me they gave him 3 chat logs when he got permanently banned. So I read through those 3 chat logs. Yes, he was telling players they were shit. He was telling players like stuff like that, and he probably says it a lot more often than me. But when he did talk to a writer about it, they literally said on like over a text chat, because they'll talk to you on a text chat on LeagueOfLegends.com or whatever, and he literally said that that like even though you've never said anything racist or anything like that, because you've been banned on multiple multiple times, like this deserves a permanent ban. And I get it if you're like a toxic player, you're just telling people they're trash, but I just don't think that that's worth a permanent ban, because my friend has put like thousands of dollars.
Well,
Yeah,
it does not matter how much money or time you've put into it.
Yeah, that doesn't matter at all. Like, if you're a dick, anyone who owns the thing that you're doing and you're giving them money to, they have the right to kick you out. You can go to the YMCA, you can donate money to them, you can pay. But if you're like shitting on people at the YMCA, they're gonna kick you out, and it's fine.
Yeah.
That's not a problem. But,
I
like,
understand that. I'm just saying, like, I agree with Inero where it would be better just for a permanent chat restriction, or at
Yeah.
least a
that'd be
year
cool.
chat restriction. Like that would make more sense. It's like you've been now chat restricted for a year, deal with it, and then when you get back, maybe you will think twice before you're like, okay, this player's shit.
I
you
just
know what
feel
mean?
like that moves the bar, because then
Right.
I feel like the next time, or if that happens, then the call becomes, I don't think they should be issuing year-long chat restrictions for this, because it's not that bad. Anyway, we
I'll just
we are
say-
running out of time, but here,
Yeah.
go ahead and say your shtick at the end.
I'm just gonna say, from being banned, what I changed, it'll make you feel just as good when you go into chat and someone says something and you want to make fun of them. Just say "ruffle" in all caps and only type that. They're gonna feel just as shitty, but you can't get banned for that, and it just makes you feel good anyways. And it's just funny. You just type "ruffle," LOL, only stuff like that, and you're fine.
And
Trust
by the
me,
way,
bro.
thank you for. I hope you don't feel like we're dismissing your. I actually really appreciate this call. It's like an interesting conversation. So thank you for.
No,
bringing it up.
no, thank you. And
DM me those chat logs or whatever.
okay, yeah, I can definitely do that on
Because Mark can
Twitter.
get you unbanned. In fact, if anybody's watching right now,
No,
know that
don't
Mark
fucking
works with
lie.
Riot. So just send him every time you get banned. DM him your logs, and he'll get you cleared.
Yeah. Also,
okay.
if you have any problems with balance, if you feel like you shouldn't be bronze, what are some other things people can?
Yeah. Thank you for mentioning for the call.
Momentum.
okay,
Oh,
so
before you go, bro, are you in the service, by the way?
oh no, my wife is. I got too many knee injuries playing soccer. I applied,
okay.
but they denied me. So
Were you
that's
kneeing
understandable,
people
bro.
in soccer?
nah, I had a huge guy fall on my knee and bend it the other way, and it was a bad injury that lasted
bro.
a year.
You're toxic. You are for sure kneeing people in real life. You're letting them have
Yeah.
it for sure.
I got you. Well,
That's
thank you for having me. And by the way, I did do all of those following things that you linked about for HP, Omen by HP.
Yeah.
I followed all of it. I did all of it. So.
Thank you. Well, unfortunately, if you're toxic, we can't give you a keyboard and mouse because you'll just
Oh
use
my
it to
God,
be.
Travis.
I'm just
I
kidding.
don't-
Travis.
And I don't know if you're serious about me DMing you those chat logs, but my name on Twitter is Jonathan Delgado. I'll probably DM you tomorrow. Like,
Sounds good. Yeah, I'll look at them.
Thank you for
All right.
mentioning.
Thanks,
you.
man.
see you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Have a good one.